Inhale. Perfect. Exhale. This time stay at the bottom. There's a little gap, so lift the middle back, squeeze your abs, get the last drop of old breath out of the body. Stay there, indifferent, not uncomfortable. Let the breath return to normal. Look into the front mirror. That's a nice hold. Engage your core. So again, third eye drishti, if you can see it. Otherwise, find someone's costume. Bring your right arm forward and left leg back. Right arm forward and left leg back. I didn't think you made it. And bring it out to the side. Arm out to the side, leg out to the side. You can work with your neighbor a little bit here. I know we're a little tight. And lift up. So what's the trick to this posture? Nope. Lift your body weight into gravity. The trick is to lift your body weight into gravity. And reach forward and back. Can you smile when you do it? Is that what you do when you play your bass? And look up, lift up, inhale up. Can you play it without moving your face is the question. No? I play the guitar. Hands and knees looking in the front mirror. Third eye drishti, bring your left arm forward and right leg back. Not like your dad. So nice and strong through core. So sometimes I'm intentionally repetitive. This is a tricky posture for everybody in the room. If you think it's just you, it's not. You're using big muscle groups lifting into a strong posture. Bring it out to the side. You're lifting your body weight against gravity, folks. So the trick to this posture is just to lift the heavy weight. Lift the heavy weight. Eyes up. Unless you have neck issues, your eyes should be in the front mirror. The body follows the eyes. I want you to keep your chest lifted. Stay there in the breath. Breath is your support. Not anticipating release, settling into posture, doing your work here. Reach forward and back. This is a big deal. Get nice and long and strong through your core. And then inhale up to a hard end feel. So you're going to lift all the way until the body kind of stops. That's where your work's going to be in these postures today, folks. Moving into that hard end feel and then breathing into it. Every inhale, creating a little bit more space as you lift into the posture. You're doing it. That's active. Nice, nice, nice. Hands and knees looking in the front of the room. Eyes off floor. Please tuck the toes and press to down dog. So again, it's a kind of deep room. Those of you in the back, I want you to try to keep your eyes off the floor, even if you can't see the mirror. Looking at the floor drops the chest. And then pivot to a plank posture. I'd like a little better transitions there going forward, please. Left hand to center, left knee on the ground under the hip. Look at the tip of the right thumb and rotate the right hand up. We're not going to go back today. This is a simple class, simple postures. I've already said it multiple times, and we're just an integration series, folks. Part of the beauty of it is, I haven't told you to do that yet, but you can stay there if you want to. Part of the beauty of it is the simplicity and these clean transitions. And advance it if you want to. You got to stay there now that you're doing it. Just hold that. Stay right there. Lift the leg up nice and high. Beautiful. Stay strong, stay strong, stay strong, stay strong. That's a beautiful hold right there. And rotate back to a plank. That's not what we were doing. Foot down and rotate to a plank. Right hand to center. Right knee on the ground. Rotate the left hand up. Look to the tip of the left thumb. And lift through the left middle rib cage. High on the wall. That's you, Cloudy. Left shoulder high on the wall. So lifting through the left middle. And I want you to turn your gaze and bring your chin into your left shoulder like someone said something over your left shoulder. I want you to open up. And notice how it helps the shoulder open. And advance it if you did on the other side. And I do want you to do to one side what you did to the other side. Just stay right there. Fall back if you fall. Any variation of this posture. If you fall, you fall back. Continue to lift high on the wall. It's just a beautiful hold. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. So first foot down, hand up. And rotate to a plank. Find your good plank. And lower slowly. Move forward. Chaturanga. Don't hurry. Don't hurry. Don't hurry. Up dog, inhale, pull forward, look all the way to the back of the room. Down dog, exhale. Really important, please press the weight of your thighs off of the floor in your up dog. Some of you had the weight of the thighs on the floor. It puts a lot of pressure on your sacrum, and always active thighs in the up dog, folks. Active thighs support your sacrum. Left foot to center, lock your right leg out and reach back. Give it a good stretch. So I'd like you to ideally lift the right leg up. It's a bandha. As you're lifting it up, it's already locked, and you're reaching back as you're lifting it up with the foot flat to the ceiling. I'm going to say that all one more time. Your leg is locked. You're lifting it up and stretching it back, keeping the foot flat to the ceiling. I want you to keep the hip rotated down and stretch long, not lift high. So can you rotate your hip down a little bit? And if you think I'm talking to you, I am. Absolutely 100%. Return the right foot to the left. This time, keep the foot flat to the ceiling the whole time. Lock the left leg and lift it up. So you're lifting up a bond. It's like a club. Sometimes when I make my leg bond, I want it to feel heavy. Squeeze it and stretch back and feel that nice bond through the leg. Again, looking for space out of your left wrist, your left shoulder, through the low back, through the hip, looking for space down the left side of the body as you push and reach. And step up to the top of the mat. One big step, several small ones. I don't care. Feet hip width at the top of the towel or mat. Hold your opposite elbows, hang in ragdoll pose. Like the head is a bowling ball, it's attached to the spine, a heavy dead weight. Like the elbows are weighted with lead and they're pulling you to the floor. You can rock a little bit, use a little motion if it's effective in helping you to release. Knees should be soft for almost everybody. Soften your knees up more, Jamie. So almost everybody in this room, not everybody, almost everybody should have soft knees right here. I want you to really pull your back long and flat. There's a few exceptions to that rule here. Let the hands slip away from the elbows. Don't be in a hurry. So just settle in. Don't be in a hurry to do anything. We're just doing ragdoll right now. That's all we're doing is ragdoll. That's all. That might be all we do for the next hour, is just ragdoll. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. On an inhale, begin your process of rounding up, stacking each vertebra on top of the last. The gaze is on the floor, the head hangs heavy until eventually the very last thing to stack will be the neck. Do not be in a hurry, but don't stop. Let's move as efficiently as possible. Always moving as efficiently as possible, though. Right foot back to left, toes and heels together. So minimum effort, maximum effect. My yoga teacher called it economy of motion. We're always doing our very best, always working efficiently without struggle, without force. Inhale the arms out, back and up over the head. Touch the palms, look up, stretch up. Swan dive slowly, chin away from chest, flat back together to the floor. Halfway lift, look forward, lengthen the spine, release through the sacrum. Step or jump back. Eyes are off the floor all the way to chaturanga. Lower slowly, find the flow. Up dog, inhale, come to up dog. Down dog, exhale, roll over the toes. Your best down dog. Stretch your mat long, wrap your lats around to the chest. Make your middle back nice and wide. So you're stretching the mat long, good hand look. You're always making a nice socket for the shoulders to sit in. So we're sliding the shoulder blades down back. It's just a little move. You can feel them lock into socket. Remember, no rounding up. We come up with an inhale with the flat back, with the flow of the inhale and the flow of the yoga class. Body follows the eyes here. Soften the knees, coil a spring. Look out ahead of you. Step or jump between the hands. Halfway lift, lengthens the spine. Look forward, bring the gaze up. Exhale deeper to forward bend. Inhale, come up, no rounding. Inhale up, everybody, palms touching now-ish. And swan dive. Unless you have shoulder issues, swan dive. Open your shoulders up to the floor. Halfway lift, look forward. Step or jump back. Hear the flow of the class as you lower together to chaturanga. Hold it. Hold it with your abs. Hold it with your thighs. Hold it with your core. Eyes forward, eyes off floor, unless you have neck issues. Inhale, up dog. Press the thighs up, look back. Exhale, down dog. Roll over the toes. Best down dog, not waiting. Practicing yoga in a powerful restorative yoga posture. I have new students that come from other systems. It's like they're waiting in down dog for something else to happen. This is a really powerful restorative posture, folks. That's why dogs do it all the time. And a real good analogy for how I want you to practice your yoga. When a dog does this, it takes all the energy it takes, right? Like a yawn, whatever it takes to do it, but there's never any struggle or any force. That's exactly what I want you. This is your best down dog without struggling, without forcing. Soften the knees, coil a spring, another A series. Look out ahead of you. Step, jump. If you float, look at the last minute between the hands. Halfway lift. Look forward. It flattens the upper back. Exhale deeper to forward bend. Inhale, come up, right up with the flow of the class, everybody. And swan dive. Chin away from the chest. Watch forward, keeping your back flat to the floor. Halfway lift with in-breath. Step or jump back. The eyes should be off the floor the entire time to chaturanga unless you have neck issues. Up dog, inhale. Feel your core in that chaturanga, folks. Downward facing dog. That's nice. Nice flow, nice tight postures. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. And back to your best down dog. Back to this cycle of breath. Beautiful down dogs, guys. B series. Soften the knees, look out ahead of you. Step or jump between the hands. Halfway lift, lengthens the spine. Gaze up, flatten the back. Deeper to forward fold. Chair pose. Inhale into a chair, bring a basketball over your head, look up at it. This is a fierce pose, Utkatasana. So I teach this posture very traditionally. I want a big cobra spine. I want you to sit down, thighs parallel. Low chair to me is thighs parallel, not lower. Push your butt back like a duck butt and lift your chest up and look up and spread your fingers. Unless you have neck issues and there's shoulder issues, you can have hands at prayer. You can be looking forward, but those are modifications here. Traditionally, looking up, lifting up, making that big cobra spine as you push back. Come on down a little deeper. Not you, Allie. Come on down, John, a little deeper. And fold smoothly with exhale. Halfway lift. Step or jump back. Please try to keep your eyes off the floor to chaturanga. We'll hold it here. Hold it and breathe. Hold it and breathe. Hold it and breathe. Hold it. Abs, thighs, lats. Feel your core and easy breath. Up dog. Inhale. Pull forward. Look back. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog is a posture. This is the same posture we did in our integration series. Inhale the right leg up. Lunge the right foot, drop the left heel, inhale to warrior one. Hips square to the mirror. That's how long your stance should be. I want your hips square to the mirror. Back foot, the way I teach it, is about a 45-degree angle. I was trained to do it originally as a kid. It was 70. But I want your hips nice and square to the mirror. Lift your pubic bone to your navel. Engage your mula and your uddiyana bandhas here. Nice flat back, biceps with the ears. I teach a traditional Ashtanga warrior one. The palms are together. Thumbs are crossed. Your drishti is the outside knuckle of the thumb. Again, there's modifications here. If this isn't healthy for your body, the hands could be shoulder width. You could be looking in the mirror, but this is the traditional way of doing it. Ease your way a little bit deeper. The oldest traces of this posture we have, this is how they're doing it. The only difference is there are great big exaggerated back bends that we don't need. Exhale, big warrior two. Just open it right up on exhale. Make that a simple transition. Warrior two is a strong athletic yoga posture, folks. I want your best warrior two, your best version of this posture in this moment, not saving yourself for future postures. This is really a big deal. Everything you do is your best version of it. I do not care how many postures you complete today. Make it a little bit bigger. Lock your back leg all the way, and if it feels like it wants to be bigger, let it be bigger as you squeeze the heels. But it's important you squeeze the heels, feel that lift, feel your core bandhas working. Turn your palms up and reach forward. The base doesn't move. This is from the waist up. Keep pulling back on your right heel and squeezing the heels, feeling that nice lift up out of it. Some of you can work this posture a little bit harder. Let's reach out and pull back on the heel. I want you to create the burn through the right quadricep, not avoid it. Hamstrings active too as you pull back, folks. And reverse. And your back leg is active, making a bandha out of the left leg, a Bikram bandha. Wrap the right lat around towards the left side of the room a little bit. Some of you need to square your shoulders a little bit more. So a lot of the room right now is to wrap your right lat around towards the left side of the room. And cartwheel to a plank. Nice looking in the mirror. Lower slowly. I give you a little cheat inhale there. Slow flow. Up dog inhale. Down dog exhale. Technically, I give you guys a little cheat inhale there because we're in a hot room. I want to slow you down a little bit in that transition. If we weren't in a hot room, that's all done on one exhale. But take the time to take the inhale there, especially if you're not used to working in a hot room. Inhale the left leg up. It's different in the hot room. Lunge the left foot, drop the right heel. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Palms together. Very Bikram-esque posture. Tight, compact, good grip. Right hip forward, left hip back. Again, even in warrior one, you're pulling back a little bit on your left heel. I don't want you sitting in the quad. Much more vivid when we open up the hips in warrior two. One of the things we're warming up right now are your hips, so start to sit down a little bit deeper into it. Nice, long, flat back, getting space between the vertebra. The gaze is up if it's healthy for your neck, folks. That's all right. Warrior two, just open it right up. Make that efficient. Move with the exhale. Open up big, eyes in the mirror. Look in the front mirror, lock your back leg. Squeeze the heels together. Bring your arm up, make it a little bit bigger. Spencer, he loves you. You know how I know? Turn your palms up and reach forward because he's here. Pull back on the left heel. It's not a joke. Squeeze the heels. Feel that nice lift up out of the joints. Pull back on the left heel. Pull back. Get into the burn. Breathing easy. There's still an ease in your work. Eyes up, Matt. And reverse the posture. Keep the squeeze. So I would like you to look up. If you have range of motion is important. If you've got stuff going on with your neck, use the range of motion you have. But I'd like you to gaze up past the bicep at the ceiling right now. Opening. It's going to help to open up the left shoulder, open up the chest a little bit. And cartwheel back to a plank with the eyes in the mirror. Engage your core. Lower slowly. There's that cheat inhale I was talking about. Up dog inhale. Look all the way back. Pull forward. Down dog exhale. We want to draw the up dog into the upper back as much as possible, intentionally, not letting it settle into the lower back. We don't really want it in the middle, as high as we can bring it into the back. Soften the knees, coil the spring. Look out ahead of you. Step, jump, or float between the hands. Halfway lift. Just keep trying right, everybody. Deeper forward bend. Inhale into a chair. Bring a basketball over your head. Move with flow. And fold smoothly. Exhale to the floor. Halfway lift. Step or jump back. Connect to the flow of the class to chaturanga and hold it. And hold it. And breathe. Abs, thighs, lats, breath. Up dog inhale. Downward facing dog. Nice control, guys. This is another one of those postures that's extremely challenging. The trick is lifting your body weight into gravity. You've got to lift your body weight into gravity. Inhale the right leg up. Get a good three-legged dog. Lunge the right foot. Set it down softly. Warrior 1. Warrior 3. Push and lift. I lift and reach. I don't really push. If you're going to push, make it effective. Arms up, stretch long. So let's get nice and tight through core, guys. Arms up, nice alley. Stretch long, folks. Eyes in the mirror. Get your eyes off the floor. Lift the chest up. Lift the arms up. Lift your leg up, Maya. Long. Warrior 1. These are good holds, guys. Warrior 1. Turn it into a lunge today. Anjaneyasana. Bring the heel up and hip forward. Square the hips. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up, soldiers. Lock your back leg. Bring the heel high over the ball of the foot. See if you can lock. So the back leg should be a bandha. No knee or knee on the floor for support. Nothing in between. That's you. Prayer to the heart. We're not even going to do any lunge push-ups today. Sean's pretty disappointed about that, though. Left knee to 1 inch off the ground and hold it. And squeeze it and lock it. Guess what? It's okay to change your mind. Bring the left knee to 1 inch off the ground and hold it. Took me a long time to realize that. Lock the left leg. It's okay to be wrong. You guys all learned that one yet? Left knee to 1 inch off the ground. And squeeze it and lock it. Inhale your hands up. That's all we're doing. Easy stuff. Hands on the floor. Move down and forward. There's just going to be a pause at chaturanga this time. Up dog inhale. Down dog exhale. Inhale the left leg up. Stay with me. Lunge the left foot. Drop the right heel. Move with your inhale. And warrior 3. So if you're going to push, make it effective or there's no reason to do it. I don't really push. I lift and reach. It probably looks like I'm pushing, though. You're going to lift the chest, lift the arms, and lift the leg into gravity. But it's that long, strong feeling we had in the beginning of class at integration series. That's why we do that. I want you to get long and strong, lift and lengthen. Allie, that's really nice. Also, John. Warrior 1, step back, Ryan. Lots of nice warrior 3s there. Turn it into a lunge. It's called Anjaneyasana. I just like to say it. Your feet should be hip width, really a teeny bit less with your sits bones. I want this to be as long as it can be with your hips square to the mirror. Really important from the ground up, your heels up over the ball of the foot. That's part of the posture. Lock the right leg all the way like you haven't known any. Beautiful example of it here. Working the core bond is lifting your pubic bone to navel, engaging your core. Bring the prayer to the heart. Smile as you watch yourself suffer. Bring the right knee to 1 inch off the ground and hold. That's optional, not optimal. And squeeze it and lock it. Suffering is optional, though. 1 inch off the ground and hold. Yoga doesn't remove pain from your life. It removes suffering. Squeeze and lock the back leg. Pain is part of life. Right knee to 1 inch off the ground. We do 3 on the other side, right? And squeeze it and lock it. Burn it on the lock. Make a nice lunge. Make a nice lunge. Lock it. Heel up. Don't anticipate release. Be in Anjaneyasana. Inhale your hands up. Eyes forward. Hands on the floor, moving down and forward. Please try to keep your eyes off the floor. If you've been trained to look at the floor, keep them off the floor here. Up dog, inhale, unless there's neck stuff. Always treating your neck with love. Down dog. Triangle on the right leg. Inhale the right leg up. Straightforward stuff today. Lunge the right foot, left heel. 45 degrees is half of 90. Straighten both legs as you lift, lengthen, and rotate open. Anchor your right hand down. I don't teach an Iyengar triangle pose. Straighten your right leg. So as you're straightening the right leg, I want you to kind of push away from the floor. Bring as much weight as you can to the back left leg. It should be really evenly distributed. I don't want you hanging out in the front right leg here. Really bad for your adductor if you're doing that. Tuck the shoulder under chin into the left shoulder, getting nice and long down the wall. I'm looking for a triangle between your right arm, right leg, and right side of the torso right now. Some of you have to reach lower. Some of you can lift higher on the wall with the left shoulder. Can you rotate into the wall without creating a backward bend? You're going to start getting picked on, you know. You're showing up every day. I'm going to train you. And rotate the left hand down. Keep the chest lifted so the back is flat. I want to be able to put a glass of water on your sacrum and not spill it. Take your right ankle with the left hand and reach straight up. Guys, we're right in the thick of it right now. Just don't start talking to yourself about it. Do it. And when it's time to surrender into a resting posture, if it's time, then that's what you do. But we don't resist resting postures here. Nice again here. Lift up out of the bottom shoulder. Allie, you're on today. Chin into the shoulder. Is that because I picked on you last week? And rotate the right hand down. You're spot on. Move into balancing airplane pose. You haven't practiced that well in a long time, technically. Ekapada Dakasana. Looking at the floor, if there's sweat coming off your forehead, and there really should be, that's what you should be looking at. That's your drishti. The eyes don't move. Don't reach to the floor. Just open to half moon. Open onto the wall. Don't reach to the floor. Just open up. So use your left hand. Reach up. I want you to get high on the wall. You're not sitting in the right hip joint, but you're trying to push away from the floor and lift up out of the hip joint. So again, not sitting in it, lifting out of it. Open a little more, Valerie. Find the wall all the way. Airplane, lift the leg, chest and arms, lift your leg, lift your leg, lift your leg, lift your chest. This is all we're doing is airplane. Hold your airplane. Warrior one, right foot forward. No judgment. If you're in it, please come to warrior one. Otherwise, own your resting posture. Warrior two, exhale. Big, we were just here. Make a big, strong base in your warrior two. Right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Do not reach to the floor, elbow to knee, pushing your knee back with your elbow as you lift through the chest. Again, maintaining the squeeze is a big deal. Keeping that lift, keeping your core bandhas. Bind or half bind, gaze stays up, chin and shoulder. Look up, don't drop the gaze. So the way I was trained as a little kid, we don't come out of a posture to go deeper into it. There are a couple of exceptions to that. Maybe you might have to set it up a little differently. But I don't want you coming out of a posture to come in. If you can bind it, great. It's not a goal to bind the posture. Where's your work? Lift up, stretch up out of the shoulders. Extend if you're bound or half bound. Press back to big warrior twos. I'd like everybody to produce your very best warrior two pose that you're capable of in this moment. And cartwheel to a plank. Eyes in the mirror. Hold your high plank. Hold your high plank. Left hand to center. Stack the right foot on top of the left. Rotate your right hand up. Tip of the thumb drishti. That's all right. You can do 2 sets of it. If you want to advance it. Hook the big toe. Scissor the leg up. You can bring the foot to the inside of the thigh. Can you bend your knee and hook your toe? Lift it up. I'll bet you could hook your toe and bring it up. Again, if you think I'm talking to you, I am, even if I'm not anywhere near you in the room. Open that up, Mia. What do you do? So you're really looking to hurt yourself there. Those are tight hamstring attachments. You feel how tight that is? Yes? Rotate back to a plank. You're really pulling on your hamstring attachments. You've got to be looser to do that. That's going to injure you. Lower slowly, move forward. You feel what I was talking about? Are you pulling? Inhale. Exhale. Don't worry about making mistakes. Your best version of a yoga practice. Triangle on the left. Inhale the left leg up. Lunge the left foot. Right heel 45. Anchor the left hand down and then lift, lengthen, and rotate open. So the dialogue is lift, lengthen. We're getting that nice tight triangle by bringing the body. The way I teach this posture, there's almost a bow-type tension in it. I want you to anchor your hand on the ankle, top of the foot, and maybe one or two of you can hook the big toe. If the body's breaking parallel to the floor, we don't want to do that. We're looking for the triangle between the left side of the torso, left leg, left arm. Long on the wall, and then if you can open into the wall without jackknifing or creating a back bend, you're welcome to rotate into the wall. Follow the exhales to go deeper. Beautiful postures. And rotate the right hand on some really nice triangles. Lift the chest. So as you're lifting the chest and squaring the hips, you'll notice your stance wants to diminish. Diminish it. Take your left ankle with your right hand and reach straight up. So it's not a metaphor. I really do want to be able to put a glass of water on your sacrum and not have it spill right now. Tuck the right shoulder under. Bring the chin into the left shoulder. Really get those nice big arms. Tuck it under one more time. Just get a little more lift out of that bottom. That's all I wanted you to do. You just did it. Rotate the left hand. And where have you been for the last 10 years? Come into balancing airplane pose. That's beautiful. You're listening to me is what I like. Eyes on the floor. Keep the lift. Open onto the wall. Half moon pose. Extend. All the way open. Airplane, lift the leg, chest, and arms. The leg's going to be really heavy. Your leg and arms are going to be heavy here. Your leg's heavy, your leg's heavy, your leg's heavy. Warrior one, step back to warrior one. Warrior two, big warrior two, folks. Open it up. I said it the first time we did the posture. Warrior two is a big, strong, athletic warrior posture. Make it that. And almost everybody needs to be bigger here, folks. I don't want to see if you're fatigued. Left elbow to the inside of the left knee. I'm going to say that one again. I do not want to see if you're fatigued. Sit down. Use resting posture. That means if you're collapsing postures or, yeah, we don't want that. I don't care if you practice fatigued, bind or half bind. I just don't want to see it. I'm not known for injuring students. So stay in your squeeze, stay in your core bandhas, stay in your breath. All these things are your support. Come into your front leg a little bit more, a little bit more. Don't lean into that support. Lift up out of it. Extend. Stay there, Sarah. Push back to big warrior two. I haven't had to yell at you lately at all, you know. That's not bad. That's good. You get it? It's good. And cartwheel to a plank. Right hand to center. Stack the left foot on top of the right. Rotate the left hand up. Tip of the thumb is your drishti. Breath is number one. Drishti's number two, where you're looking. Look up, look up, look up, look up. Advance if you did on the other side. I'd rather your hips are too high than too low. Drive them up. Don't change anything, but you got to shorten that stance way up. Don't change anything now, Kelsey. That stance should be 3-4 inches shorter. Jamie really shortens hers up. Cloud does too. And rotate back to a plank. What posture is that? Lower slowly, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale is not one I've taught you, I know that. Down dog, exhale. Lunging on the right leg, inhale the right leg up. Lunge the right foot, stay on the ball of the left, bring the hands straight up. We've already done this once, let's get a nice base in our lunge. Prayer to the heart. Guys, I need better left legs, better hip alignment, better core bandhas. Prayer to heart. You're doing just great. Prayer to heart. Look over your right shoulder without dropping the left hip or thigh or moving the hips from the waist up. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Push with your right hand strength. Body follows the eyes. Very difficult to do these reverse twists unless you're looking up. Again, if you have neck issues, use the range of motion you have. Don't hurt yourself. Extend if you want to extend. If it's bringing you deeper into posture, elbow to knee. Again, here I don't want you to reach to the floor. Elbow to knee is where I want you. Push up, lift your chest up, Jamie. Push up and lift up. And we're just going to stay right here today. I know there's two of you that bind it. We're not going to bind it today. We're just going to stay right here, extending through shoulders. Prayer twist. Lift the chest to come to center. Lift the chest and sit into a low center of gravity and come back to a good base. We're almost done with standing series, folks. Let's do this work. Inhale the hands up, half flow. Hands on the floor, move down and forward, eyes off the floor to chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. You guys are serious about your yoga around here. Very nice. Lunging the left leg. Inhale the left leg up. Just do your work, that's all. Lunge the left foot. Stay on the ball. Right. Bring the hands straight up, shoulder width. Act with the body alone. That's really what I want. That's part of the extremity. Fully engaged in activity. Doing nothing at all. You're a witness to your yoga practice. Prayer to the heart. Flat back. Good right leg bond to heel up. Look over the left shoulder. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee, pushing with left hand strength. So I'm going to be a little repetitive. The body follows the eyes around here. Unless you have neck issues, I really encourage you to turn the head. I cannot do this posture if I don't turn my head. Push as hard as you can here and then extend. Go as deep as you can in the prayer twist, and then if you extend it, extend. Utthita. That's it. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep pushing, keep breathing. Yes, I'm talking to you. Stay right there. Prayer twist. Push up, Lyle. Ryan. And lift the chest to come to center. I'm surprised I don't do that more often, actually. Sit down into it. You probably have had that happen before, I'm sure. That's all right. Inhale your hands up. That's all right. Hands on the floor. Do whatever you're doing. Keep doing it. Move forward to chaturanga. That's all I care about right now. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Hoo-wah. Soften the knees, coil the spring. Look out ahead of you. And jump between the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Deeper forward fold. Everybody come up, inhale. Just come up. I don't care how you come up. Everybody up. Prayer to the heart. Pick up your right foot. Take your right ankle with your right hand. Bring the right foot anywhere you want on the inside of the left leg, above or below the knee. And then bring both hands to prayer. We're doing Virksasana, tree pose. Some of you are setting up extended hand and foot. So some of you are setting up the wrong posture. I want you to bring the right foot to the inside of the left inner thigh for most of you. Don't push on the knee. It can be down on your shin also. And then if I'm looking at you from the side, I should eventually see one knee, one hip, one shoulder. Bring the hands up over the head. Spread your fingers. Hands shoulder it, spread your fingers looking forward. If you want to change the gaze up, you're welcome to. It's not really harder. You just have to train yourself to find a drishti right away. Bring your knee back, Ryan. More. Prayer to the heart. Standardize that, please. Release the right leg down. Pick up the left foot. Take the left ankle with the left hand. Bring the left foot on the inside of the right leg, above or below the knee. Again, no lateral pressure on the knee, please. Both hands come prayer to heart. You're making that too hard, Mike, but it's okay. I'm going to let you today. And bring the hands up. Yeah, sometimes that's process, right? Sometimes we watch our 5-year-old daughter make things too hard, and that's her journey, right? Look up if you did on the other side. Figuring out how to do the little stuff in life. Look up, keep the lift, so focus. It's a focus posture. Look forward, prayer to heart. Don't be in a big hurry here. What's the hurry? Standing pose. Kind of nice. Left hand reaches up, right elbow on the right hip, palm faces up. Bring the right hand straight back behind you. Pick up the right ankle from the inside without twisting your wrist. Touch your knees together first. Let's open it up. Kick straight back, reach straight forward, big standing bows. Open your shoulders, Sarah. I got to watch you on this one because you don't want to open your shoulders. Just make the bow. I got you thinking too much now. Open the bow up. Lift. You can't be careful. You got to throw the ball. You got to kick the ball. You got to do your standing bow. Kick through that sticky spot. Kick to drive right through the top. Both hands high, chest up, and open the shoulders. Kick, 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 kick. Drive it forward. Calling and come back out nicely. Reach. Standing pose. Right hand reaches up, left elbow on the left hip, palm up. You're already going. Bring the left hand back behind you. Pick up the ankle from the inside. Touch your knees together first. Reach up a little higher on your foot. A little bit higher up here. Kick straight back, reach straight forward. This has to happen first. And that's what I'm trying to get you to do is that. Feel it? Now just maintain that. That's all. Lift the chest and kick and reach. There's a balance point. Kick more. If you fall, fall forward, kicking too hard. If you fall, fall forward, kicking too hard. Lift and reach for your base. There's your standing bow. Come out nicely, please. Standing pose. Dead pose. There is an innocent observer, an innocent chooser that has not changed from your earliest childhood memory to right now. It's very vivid in extremities. It's probably very vivid right now. That is the self. Unmanifest, unchanging. That is what's real, you. Close your eyes. It's not in your head, it's in your heart. The Bible says I am closer than breath. Bhagavad Gita says I am nearer than near. It's the same thing. Who is closer than breath? What is nearer than near? I am. Dead body pose. I am. All of that is for this. Let the dust settle. Be still. Slowly open the eyes. Really, the yoga begins on the floor. Inhale your arms over the head, flex your feet back, cross the thumbs, dive for the toes, double pump, double exhale, forehead to the knees. Cobra series, lie down on your stomach, face the front mirror, hands under the shoulders. Most of you know my class. I want to go boom, 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 in and out of postures cleanly here. Hands under the shoulders, arms close, elbows high, squeeze your legs, lock your legs, make a cobra's tail. Inhale up, pull, don't push. It's a pull-up, it's not a push-up. Hands are on the floor giving your sacrum stability, but you're not pushing with them. You're pulling the elbows back to the hips, you're squeezing your legs, pushing the feet into the floor. So no pushing, lift with your lower back strength. And down slowly. Left ear on the ground, look right. Arms at your side, palms up, dead pose. Eyes open, please, in dead pose. And by design, we're getting a nice stretch on the neck, bringing the complete left ear on the ground. Chin flat on the floor. Set up the same yoga posture right down to a good cobra's tail. This time slide the heels of your hands back to your hips. You might have to bring them back once you're up. Lock your legs. Now on inhale, push your chest up and lift your thighs up. Push hard with your triceps. Shoulders and elbows should be the same height. Lock your legs and bring the upper thighs high off the floor. The ideal here would be just your pelvic girdle and the hands on the floor. Breath is your support. Squeeze your legs, Mia. Lock your legs, everybody. Legs up, legs up. Down slowly, right ear on the ground, look left. Dead body pose. Let that feel good, surrender into dead pose. Folks, to me there's 3 different types of dead pose, and this is not traditionally. This is me just after I've taught yoga for 24 or 5 years. There's a transitional dead pose that we're doing right now in between postures. There's an intermediate dead pose between the standing and floor series. And there's the final dead pose, right? What's different is the duration. That's all. We want to go to that same place every time, whether it's in transitional or final dead pose. We want to slip into that stillness. Everything preparing is for the final dead pose. Every time, ideally, going a little deeper. Chin flat on the floor. Simple stuff today. Hands behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Lock your arms out. Lock your legs out. Make a good cobra's tail. Bring your arms high. When I was a kid, we'd call this boat pose, Navasana. Inhale up. It's a version of Shalabhasana, however you want to say it. Lock the legs out, legs up. So everything up but pelvic girdle. Squeeze your legs tightly and then bring the arms out to the side like airplane wings and lift higher because you can. Notice that you can lift higher here. Feel it? Hands on in front of your shoulder width, feet come to hip width. Guess what? You can lift higher again. Inhale into that hard end feel, just like we did in integration series. Inhale up into that hard end feel and then work it. Down slowly. Left ear on the ground, look right. Chin flat on the floor. Nice. Bend the knees, heels to the hips. Grab your feet, thumbs with the fingers, 2 inches below the toes. Try to keep your feet, knees, and heels about 6 inches apart. Don't let it go too wide. If you bring it in a little bit, hand to do it. Press the soft part of the belly into the floor and kick straight up to the ceiling. Kick it up, pick it up. So I want you to kick forward. Kick the pelvic girdle up off the floor. It's like our standing bow. You're driving the weight forward as you're lifting the chest. Some of my black belts really need to get the hips up off the ground and drive the weight forward. Drive the weight forward. Kick it up, kick it up. Kick back to kick forward. And down slowly. Just keep that forward. Right ear on the ground, look left. Chin flat on the floor. Let's just do it. Hands behind the back. One more set of both those last two postures. Interlace the fingers. Lock your arms out. No, not a bow, a boat. Stretch your legs out. Make a cobra's tail. Sarah, lock your legs out. Hands high. Inhale up. Where's your cobra's tail? That's the priority here. It's really a version of Bhujangasana, right, that we're doing right now. So squeeze the legs, squeeze the Salabhasana. Squeeze the legs, lock it out. Arms out to the side. Full locust pose here. Lift up into it. It's a full locust. Lock your legs out. Hands out in front of you, shoulder width. Feet come to hip width. Inhale up, everything up, everything up. Down slowly. Left ear on the ground, look right. You're not done, but you are for this moment. Chin flat on the floor. Let's finish our strength postures here. Bend the knees, heels to the hips. Another bow, B-O-W. Press your low abdomen into the floor. If you'd like to do a variation, that's fine, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, do the same bow you did. Kick. Anytime you hear bow, you're going to be kicking as hard as you can kick. Drive, look up, Ryan. Kick forward. Drive forward. Drive forward. Everybody drive your pelvic girdle up. Bikram says kick back, but you're kicking back to kick up. Drive the pelvic girdle up. Weight in the stomach. Further forward in the stomach. Down slowly. Keep looking up, Sarah. Right ear on the ground. Look left. Don't drop your gaze. When you drop the gaze, you drop the chest, folks. Dead body pose. Just still. Nothing to do but practice dead body pose. Roll over onto your back, folks. Dead body poses on your belly or your back. Right now we'll be on our back. Everybody flip over onto the back. There's never any right or wrong in these classes, guys. I want you to do your best version. We want to try to stay together. We're not forcing anything. We're not making anything happen. Happy baby. I just gave you some nice fresh air for our back bends, folks. It's important we all do the back bends. That's why. Pulling the knees down towards the floor as you kick into your hands. Ideally bringing this posture into your sacrum, not just letting it settle in the hips or thighs. I know most of you are feeling it in your hips and thighs. That's normal. Release the tension first from the posture. Stretch your legs out, arms at your side. Everybody find dead pose. Just dead pose. So simple today. Dead pose. That's all. Nice job, guys. We do these postures last because we have to be nice and hot to get deep into them. And as far as the asana of the class, the last ones are really some of the most important ones of the entire class. Big camel pose. Inhale the arms over that. Flex your feet back. Cross the thumbs. Dive for the toes. Double pump. Double exhale. Come to the top of the towel standing on the knees. Feet, knees, heels can be 6 inches apart. A little wider if you have deep back bends. Lift through the thighs, please. Active thighs support your sacrum and backward bends. Look back, go back. Draw your low abs and inhale into the chest, inhale into the back bend. Look back, go back. Keep pushing your hips forward. Roll the shoulders back. Stay in your breath. Stay in your breath and stay in your breath. Reach back if it's in your practice to reach back. Do you have injury issue right now? Okay. We'll talk about that later. We got a lot of work to do, you and I. Hips forward. Feel a bow type tension. If you slip off your feet, you'd pop forward. Hips forward, hips forward, hips forward. And come back up. Support your sacrum up. Sit back, hips to heels. Dead body pose. Beautiful yoga class, guys. Let's stay with it. Whatever you're doing, please continue to do it right now. Just in and out of dead pose right now. Perfect. So this is what I care about, is the back end of this class being tight. And you guys are really nice and tight today. If you don't understand what I mean, ask me, because I want you to understand what I mean. Everybody's tight right now. One more back bend of your choice. Wheel pose, camel pose. Biggest back bend that is safe and healthy for you that you're capable of doing. The biggest back bend that is safe and healthy for you that you're capable of doing right now. That's what I want you to do. Wheel pose, tighten them up. Drive your hips up, walk your feet further forward. Drive the chest forward to the front mirror. No weight on your head, Monica. Drive it up, drive it up. Some of you in wheel can come on your forearms eventually. Spencer, why are you doing that? Huh? Boom, boom. You can do that. Okay. And come back down. I know what you can do. Training for like a decade. Dead body pose. Back release pose. A lot of people do another happy baby here. You squeeze your knees into the chest. Rock side to side for about whatever's effective for you. Baddha Konasana on your back. Supta Baddha Konasana works great. Come to shoulder stand pose, please. Sarvangasana. Sarvangasana. Make this posture beautiful. There's nothing easy about a good Sarvangasana. Make a good cobra's tail. It's chest to chin, not chin to chest. We want the throat lock. If this feels uncomfortable for your throat, you're doing it right. The throat lock is part of the posture. Balancing the blood sugar. I'm giving you some energy for after class. Plow pose, close the heart chakra. This is important. You're doing something to close the heart chakra after the big back bends. Walk your feet forward. Keep moving to the floor mat. Every day, just move them a little further to the floor. Both mats. Matt, can you straighten your legs? You, Matt. Now reach, touch the floor. Bring your hips further forward to the front mirror. Hips to the front mirror. Push your hips to the front mirror. And come back down. That's going to open up. Bring your right knee into the chest, left leg down. Or come to seated twist position. If you're not feeling it on your back, please come to a seated twist. Everybody do the twist. Y'all know what you're doing. If you're doing seated twist, I'm presuming you know how to do it. If you don't, get my attention, I will show you. Bring the right knee to the chest and rotate across. Bring it across the body. Close the body. Reach with your right hand, chin into shoulder. Inhale's creating space, like bringing water into a wash rag right now. Exhale's easing your way deeper. What are you smiling about back here? Do you have a funny thought? Flirting with me? Definitely not, huh? And back to center position. Same thing on the other side, please. Whatever you did, do it on the other side. No judgment right now of anything, folks. Just do your spinal twist. If you're already in a resting posture, own it. And twist and twist and twist. Breath is still support. Moving away from thought, moving into breath. How do you really feel? Back to center position. Release into dead body pose. Close your eyes. You don't have to do anything. You've already done the work. This is Kriya Yoga. Kriya is about process. Everything is completed, designed to prepare you for the dead pose. So be very clear. You've already done your work. Surrender. The final phase of Kriya Yoga is surrender. Seated firmly in the self. Not in the mind, in the self. A different deal. Just a simple observer. Take a long, slow inhale through the nose. Make the lungs as big and uncomfortably full as you can hold them. Let go and fall. we fall through the breath into the self. We all fall to the same place. Namaste.